So totally bummed. Because I don't know where he went. It's lost. It's lost forever. Well, we're early today. I apologize. Got a dip at 6, so we wanted to get in here and make sure we got a show. Especially for the lack of content that we had this week, unless you were following us on Instagram, in which case you got plenty of content.
Yeah.
Well, you got good content. Could have been more content.
What's up, John? What's up, James?
Hey, Eric, what's going on? I still love those earbuds, man. That would be cool if Rockford made those. It'd be cool if anybody made those. Headphones.
Yes.
So, it's funny, you know, Kicker sells headphones. You know, and like any other time, every year, you know, you rev up, you make new headphones. But it's funny, like, they listen to the headphones. So it's like, there's just row of headphones that are going through the process of headphoning, you know, which ones they like. And it's just funny. And of course you have the old headphones, you have the new headphones, and it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm okay to talk about that because it's like they make headphones. It's, you know, it's not like they're doing
That's secret!
Anyway. So, anyways, that was just funny because I, of course, am like, oh, look at all the headphones.
Yeah.
Look at all the headphones. They're so pretty. IS-240, too much to get a 4-channel amplifier installed. 240 for the wires and the output converter and installation. Is 240 too much to get a 4-channel amplifier installed? 240 for wires, output converter, and installation. No, that's actually it's a pretty good deal, actually, with the wires and everything. Yeah, that's not bad. Especially if it's done well. If it's done like crap. So what you want to do is go to their Instagram page, go to their Facebook page, and see what their work looks like. That's the most important thing. See how often they post. Go to their installers pages and see what that looks like, because most installers have their own pages now because they're super proud of what they do. Like Fernando has his. Mine is the 5-star page, so I have a personal page for everything else. Yes, I'm headed to Disney, so I want to get out of here by 6. Anyways, that would be, my wife said, let's go to dinner. I said, hello, dinner Fernando's on. You can go to dinner afterwards, right? Loud and clear, checking in. What's up, Johnny? I was over there by you guys, kind of.
Awesome.
So Oklahoma, depending, I don't even know where I'm at on the map, you know, but I guess it's 4 or 5 hours away. There was a lot of guys from Texas there in that area, and there was one guy that had like a 7-store chain there in Texas, and there was a lot of guys from Texas and Kentucky, because it never fails. It seems like when I go there, that's the region that's going when I'm there. I have to try to change that up.
What is a digital amplifier?
Not a clue. There really isn't any. I mean, there's Class D is not digital. It's just the specifications that the amplifier, the power.
David.
That's how the output is made. So you have A, B, D, G, H, X, M, N, O, P. But digital is just a sticker they used to put on alarm clocks to design to, you know, because it had lights and they looked digital. But now there are such thing as Toshlink inputs, also known as fiber optic input, which everything is done digitally and then has to go through a DA converter, a digital to analog converter, in which case, you know, so like if you had the Elevate and you have the Toshlink output, you take that Toshlink output, go into a DSP or DSP amplifier, and then out to that. Digital versus analog is the GM amp system. So Amp Pros offer a digital output, if that's what you're asking. Digital versus analog as in GM amp system. So GM doesn't make they don't make a digital, they use most bus over copper, which isn't digital, it's just most bus. That's a bus system. So everyone uses different bus systems. So you have most, CAN, LAN. Really, the German cars are the ones that use the fiber optics. So, like the Bit DM we just installed a couple weeks back in Sajecki's car, which was in the 5 minutes with 5-star. You could see that recap. They used a Bit DM, which took that fiber optic signal and converted it over to something that Toshlink output that could then go into the Forza amplifier. So that was that's what they call the DA, digital analog conversion. Is it better? There's no noise. There's no noise.
Andrew?
So if you go digital out of the source into the amplifier, there is no noise between here and here. So you could run your power wire next to it. You could wrap the power wire around it. You do whatever you want on it because it's light.
Yeah.
Just blinky blink.
Yeah.
So
I heard that was a competition in Oklahoma.
there's the finals.
Yeah.
It's this weekend.
Yeah. Nice. Actually, it's over already.
Yeah.
Eric came back from there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, because Bill was going to that. The 30th we'll have Bill Braun from Kicker on. He's head of their social media, so he's the guy responsible for all the Instagram and stuff like that. But he's also a former IASCA judge, sound engineer. There's a bunch of things that he's done that's just really cool. That's why I wanted to have him on the show. I met with him.
Patches?
No, not at all. But that's why I talked to him this week, and he's like, "Why am I coming on the show?" And I was like, "Because you did cool stuff, and you're into audio and all that." So,
right.
Why wouldn't we have you on the show? I'm a firm believer in, we want to have as many cool people on the show as we can.
All right. Which 4-channel amp has the best SQ between
Fosgate and Kicker? Well, both Fosgate and Kicker make different amplifier series. So like with Rockford, you have Prime, Punch, Power, Mini
What's up, Jason?
What's up, Jason? Sorry, we're early, bro. And then in Kicker, you have CS, DX,
Derek, ¿qué pasa, man?
KX, Q Class.
Yeah.
Now, Q Class is going to spank all of them because Q Class is the only one that has the DSP and the EQ in it. If you take that out, and plus it's made for sound quality. It's why it's so expensive. If you take that out of the equation, so what you have then is you have their T series woofers versus your KX series woofers.
Yeah.
Why did I say amplifiers? That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
The KX is definitely newer than the Power Series T amplifiers. The minis are newer.
The minis are newer.
But the mini,
small ones.
I'm not buying the mini ones for sound quality. I'm buying the mini ones for convenience. So there's a lot of things that factor into it. I think your Q Class is going to be your best overall, and then you got to kind of figure out what's more important from there. Have you guys ever installed? I'll scroll that down some.
Yeah. Yes, we did. The first one we did, that was Toyota.
No, it was a Ram. Are we
was
talking about the
No,
DSP?
yes,
so
that
the
was a
question
Ram.
is, have we ever installed the Kenwood 6-channel DSP? Yes, you can go and search Ram Kenwood DSP amplifier. We walk you through the whole process in a Dodge Ram.
Yes, hi
98
from
degrees
UK.
at Disneyland. Oh, that's pretty good.
It's all good.
Hey, Bobby. I parked next to Bill. That's cool.
That's nice.
Can a pair of Toby 15s be competitive? I mean, there's guys that compete with 15s. It's okay. So are you looking for SPL? Then a pair of 15s depends on the class you're in. If you're looking for sound quality, there again, it just depends on what it does on a meter.
Yeah.
Competition is all about meter. Meter. It's either an SPL meter or it's an RTA. Either one of them, that's what you're competing against, nothing else. So as long as you can get it to look good on one of those, you're all set.
Yeah. All right, steering wheel controls are backwards, apparently. Volume up goes down and volume down goes up. So any solution?
Yeah, reprogram it. All steering wheel controls are programmable. Just reprogram it. It's just, you need to reprogram. What's the question on the PXV9? I think you're going up. I think you gotta go up. Right. Yeah, right there.
Here? Okay.
I have the AVH 3400 hooked up to my PDX V9 and DC audio 1.2. It's up. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
When I ground the DC amp, I get noise through the PDX amp when engine is off. Any thoughts? Yeah, it sounds like you have some form of a bad RCA. Sounds like signal issues. Try different RCAs. Also, make sure the grounds are good. You might be pulling ground through the RCA, so make sure your radio has a good ground, because you could be pulling a ground through the RCA from the amplifier. So it sounds to me like you either have a RCA bad or a bad ground on one of either the source unit or the two amplifiers.
All right. Would the Morello 4-channel be enough power to power the K2 component, since they are 2 ohms?
No, I wouldn't do that. typically what we do with that no, I wouldn't do that at all. Honestly, the best amplifier that we've found to power the K2 components is the audio control. Gets tons of power,
4.800.
sounds good. Do either the LC or the D 4.800. It'll kill the crap out of those K2s. We do a lot of those. That's the go-to amplifier when we're going to do that, is that amplifier there. And it sounds good too, even though it's not AB. Still sounds phenomenal. So you're good.
Plenty power.
Currently running an old Sony. My front stage active. My newer 4-channel amp. You recommend. That won't, pardon me, break the bank. There again, that audio control is really nice. If you like the AB, the Morel that he was talking about is also really nice, just not for what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Arturo, checa Kicker Comp RT. Esa es buena.
Spotify, good source, or CDs better? CDs will be better. Spotify is pretty close if you were using the high-res version of it.
CDs, Bobby.
What? No, right there. Our CD's better.
I know.
Yeah. Anyways, so bad.
Do you
signals.
have enough?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was cute, Fred.
Bad signal.
Any solution for soldering copper to aluminum in new vehicles? No, crimp them. You just gotta crimp them. Just crimp them. You're gonna be better off. I mean, the only vehicle you're talking about is probably a Toyota, in which case you're gonna crimp them. You know, you gotta remember one thing that, about soldering that is quite unique, and this is always funny when this is brought up to me. There isn't a manufacturer out there that solders any wiring in a car. You realize that, right? Like, there's no 2 wires soldered anywhere in a car that you bought. There aren't any. They're either crimped or they run a new wire, but there is no soldered wire in a car. Think of solder as glue for wiring. So, yeah, just crimp them. You'll be fine. If you're really worried about them pulling apart, use the marine connectors or put heat shrink. You know, you'll be fine.
Rockford T800.
Is OFC a game changer compared to CCA wire? Yeah, definitely. I mean, just go, dude. If you want to get amused by CCA wire, there again, nothing against CC wire other than it's nothing I would want to run in a car stereo. Rule of thumb is if you're going to run an 8 gauge, if you need 8 gauge copper, you need a 4 gauge CCA. If you need a 4 gauge copper, you need a 0 gauge CCA. If you need a 0 gauge copper, why are you running the CCA? The other thing too is just Google CCA wire and you'll find some really scary stuff about CCA wire as far as how hot it gets and all that other stuff. I mean, we even did a video on it. So and it was funny, we got a bunch of crap because it was like, it's the Kicker one and it's like
Johnny.
using 8 gauge versus an 8 gauge and it's like, give me a break. I mean, it's just not the stuff to use, you know, especially if you have something that draws a lot of current. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't buy CCA.
OFC, man.
You know, the thing is, it's cheap. I get it, but you know, you just spend a lot of money on an amplifier. Do it right. Does 9th gen Accord kit work retaining backup? Your guess is as good as mine on that 9th gen Honda Accord. I would call them.
Yeah, definitely.
Know. So the trick to calling Metra is to call them in the morning. They open at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So give them a call in the AM and ask them that question. What crossover points would you recommend for T3s? I would find the FS of the tweeter and then multiply that by 1.5 at 12 dB. Use a Link Wiltz Riley. Or just call me, Johnny. We can talk. You have my phone number. You're special. Anyways, don't get cheap on wire. Definitely go. You know, there's a lot of things you shouldn't get cheap on in car audio that a lot of people get cheap on, and it's just wonderful. It's like, why would you do that? You know, you spend all this money buying these amplifiers, and then you cheap out on the wiring. And not only that, you lose a ton of power.
A lot of power.
A ton of power. You know, there's a lot of things that go on in car audio that a lot of people just don't understand. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know everything. I don't. I know a decent amount. Spending a day with Joe Hobart from Kicker, who's the engineer, head of the engineering department, and he's just a walking encyclopedia of everything there is to know about the design of amplifiers. He's an engineer, designs these things. Okay, sitting down with the engineering staff and just it's like you're the stupidest guy in the room. There's no question about it, because these guys eat, drink, and sleep stuff, and they laugh at these conversations because, you know, the stuff that we know because we do this for a living. The stuff they know, they're the ones building the stuff we put in. Correct. And it's just amusing. Mm-hmm. And when the guy that designs an amplifier sits there and tells you, do not, for the love of God, run CCA wire, well, do what that guy says. He built it.
Correct.
That's that.
Yeah.
There's not one owner's manual out there that says, oh, by all means, run CCA. Not one.
No.
Not one. Not that anyone ever reads an owner's manual, but there isn't one. Now, I get all kinds of blowback when people sit there and they go, oh, well, you know, I got, 50 runs of CCA 0 gauge, and it works fine. Well, yeah, cool. You got 50 runs of it. Well, if you had 50 runs of copper 0 gauge, it would work better.
Yeah.
SMD did, yes, Steve did a great job on CCA. You know, this is what I don't understand, okay? So you got Steve telling you, don't run CCA. You got us telling you, don't run CCA. I'm pretty sure Cardio Fabricator, Mark, is sitting there, don't run CCA. We know that Rafa's mom definitely doesn't want you to run CCA. Everyone is telling you not to run CCA. Who the heck is the guy saying run CCA that it's good? That's all I want to know. Is there anybody out there?
Nope.
I'm saying there's nothing more expensive than cheap, period. Oh, cheap sucks. Exactly. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Scar is good. Scar is a good, it's,
Scar's a good mid-fi brand. I mean, they're we sell it here, we put some of the stuff in.
Correct.
I got nothing. I mean, the 2.8s, the 2 6.5s you've had in your car forever. Those things sounded great. Yeah. Everybody makes good, better, best. There's no question about it. You have to make stuff that we're talking about. You get into what you put out. That's or you put into whatever. Anyways, if you're buying a $200 amp, buying a $250 amp, it's going to give you $250 worth of performance. There's no cheating the system.
Yep.
Okay. There's no cheating the system. If you buy a $300 sub, you get $300 worth of performance. Now, is there good value in things that are inexpensive? Of course. There's lots of good value in things that are Illinois, 73 degrees. Ooh, that would be nice. There's always things that have good value, like you got a deal. That out of the equation, then, when you buy something that's expensive, generally you're going to get the performance out of it. Now, there's always fringes on any case. Like, there's always... You go too far, you go too cheap. You always want to be somewhere in the middle, and there's a reason why things cost $1,000, like a DSP that costs $1,000, and there's the reason why a DSP only costs $600 or $250. There's always that thing.
Yeah.
Now, can you get something for $150 to work? Yeah, sure, of course, you can. I mean, when we had the Dayton Audio DSP, I mean, it worked. It did what it was supposed to do.
Correct.
Okay. Does it work as good as something double the money? No.
That's why you pay more.
Those sound better.
Yeah.
They have better components inside them. They're different things. Everything is not created equal. Every 500 watt amp is not the same as every other 500 watt amp. There's a lot of little things that go into this.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
Correct. RT, definitely the RT. Hi guys.
Oh God, yes, yeah, the RT for sure.
Yeah.
Comp RTs, baby. Hi guys, any tips on how to find a stock amp on a 2019
Honda?
Oh, Kona, that's a little SUV. No, haven't. I mean, we've seen the car. We haven't had it come through the but we talk about it all the time, and I know we always do it in sedans, but it's still the same. It's like it's either in the passenger side of the dash somewhere, the driver's side of the dash somewhere, under one of the two front seats, or behind one of the back panels. It doesn't matter whether it's a sedan or it's a SUV. That's typically where they're at. Hyundais, I would start in the back. It's never any fun. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Where's the best ground point on a 2005 Chevy Tahoe? Well, it depends where you're putting the amplifier.
Correct.
If you're so 2005 is actually not a bad piece of metal. Like it was before the new one, so it has pretty good. So I've grounded those things pretty much everywhere in the back of that and never had any issues. So I wouldn't stress out on a 2005. Just find a nice piece of metal, go to it. On a newer one, on the other hand,
scrape the paint.
I would go right up to the battery, because unless you're somewhere in the front half of the car, but if you're all the way in the back in a new one, There's no ground back there. You know.
Oh, the 600.1 is awesome.
Wow, how, dude? He got the name iMac.
How he got
wow, dude, that's, man. You've been on this channel for a long time.
Yeah.
Love the videos. Thanks.
Nice.
Y'all are awesome. I'm new to the channel. Well, cool. It changed already, but thank you for watching. Anything out of 2016 Honda Accord solution yet? Is that the new body style or the old body style? If it's the one that
2006.
16. I don't know which one that is. So if it's the one that Metro makes the kit for that we always say don't go with, if it's that one,
I think so.
yeah,
That one.
So you buy the Skosh Kit, you make a T-harness, and you move just the radio brain into the glove box. Okay, so you run power, accessory, ground, and illumination over, as well as the secondary harness. You lengthen the secondary harness over into there. It'll fit into the glove box. You can open and close the glove box. You need 3 buttons that are on the face of the radio. You just write on the little touch panel with a Sharpie, saying what they are. It's to set the clock. Yeah. And then the top screen works, bottom, whatever you want to do. Yep. But that's what we found works. We didn't film, when we did it, it was like an all-day process trying to figure out what we needed to do, but it was really that simple. It's just a matter of running the wires over to the glove box and taking it all apart down to the bare brain box. You don't need the buttons on the front. You don't need any of that crap. You just need the brain, the radio. And that's it. So, I mean, it's fully reversible if you need it to go back to normal. Yeah. If we get another one in, we'll film a video on it.
Yeah, why not?
That's kind of where we're at on that.
Exactly.
Yes, that one. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. So it can be done. And it's just like, there's like 3 buttons to set the clock. So you gotta, it's like a mode and up and down that you just Sharpie.
Alright, well, Pioneer subwoofer SW2502.
I think we just got more stickers in.
What will be a good amplifier? Check the Pioneers. Pioneer line make the 8701 now? Oh, 80...
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but they have...
But they have
6 amplifiers.
6 amplifiers, so check if you have a Pioneer.
So when I got home, Ant should be able to be under the passenger seat on the Kona. Okay, so passenger seat under the Kona. Jason, way to go, buddy. What's going on, Anthony?
What's up, man?
Ant-Man knows audio.
Paul is not here.
Paul?
Yeah.
Where's Paul today? He's over at the showroom. We had to go early so we can dip because I got stuff to do after work. As I promised, I'm going to get him on the show, so we're either going to get him on maybe Monday or Saturday. I think he likes Saturdays better.
Really?
I think that's what he said. I want a sticker. Hold on. I'm more than happy to send you some stickers, Anthony. I just have to find out if those, because when I got home there was 2 big rolls of vinyl sitting in the foyer, as it were. But I don't know what they were because then they just disappeared. Okay. They disappeared before I could say, hey, are those stickers? Yeah. So I don't know if those were stickers or if they were just stuff in the back of Butch's truck, and so I don't know yet. So we'll have to figure it out. And since we're talking about signs, why don't you go ahead and grab that real quick? So
look what we have.
So
no, right? That's not how it is.
So as you guys know, you guys were kind enough to vote for me to get into Trusted Tech and Installer of the Year, and MEA, Mobile Electronics Association, published this edition in their magazine. And this company here that's called In the News calls you up and says, hey, would you like to purchase a cool thing? And I was like, yeah, because like I can hang it out in the waiting room and it'll look neat. So this came in while I was gone. We opened it yesterday. But yeah, so if you're ever in a magazine or something like that, you can get these guys here In the News to print it for you. You don't even need the magazine. Cool. They actually reach out to the magazine, get the PDFs for it, and yeah, it's made out of like 3/4 inch MDF, and it's really cool. I think they're like $300. Yeah. I don't know yet. I haven't got the bill.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
You guys are why it happened, so it's all good there. But yeah, we got that in yesterday. Also, grab the so as you guys know, Mark from My Data, we talk to him all the time. He's the one that constantly tells us about RRs and AR. Yeah. He's the one that hooked us up with the MTF1. Phil, on the other hand, if you ever see any of the live videos that we do, he's the guy that always says bonjour. He is head of the alarm division. So he has these cool shirts called Philtastics, and I begged him if we could have some because they're really cool. And Phil is an awesome guy.
Phil is awesome. He's good.
Every live show we do from Knowledge Fest, he's always in them because he's just like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the certificates, Johnny. We opened them yesterday, but I took them home. Fernando yelled at me already. But anyway, so Phil sent us a shirt, and I've got one more thing yesterday that is cool. Grab that. So when we were at Knowledge Fest, one of the things we had the ability to do was talk with Hybrid and Zapco because they're distributed out of the same place. They're also the people responsible for SQology. So we talked to them, and they were nice enough to send us a Zapco DSP.
Yep.
This is the DSP Z8 5 Mark or 4 Mark II.
4.
So, and this is pretty sweet. So it's an 8-channel in, 8-channel out DSP. I just dropped the RCA cap off. We just got this in yesterday, so we haven't had time to do anything with it. You guys were talking about digital in. It does have a Toshlink input. It has 8 channels of high-level input. It's got a remote in the box.
Yep, yeah. It has your
high-level, low-level inputs. So it looks like it is front, left, front. So it's 6-channel input with an auxiliary input.
Yeah.
So it's 6 in, 8 out.
Yes.
With an aux input, so that means you can switch between the two. So that's if you want to run like a Bluetooth dongle into it or something like that. Optical, yeah. So
and that's the control right here. Definitely you have to like flush mount.
Oh wow.
That.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
So.
So yeah, we're gonna on it. Obviously, it has the USB for updating.
It has the USB for the PC.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah, that's for the PC.
Well, it's definitely
power ground.
We don't know enough about it yet because we really haven't had time to play with it. So we just got it in. Hold on, let me see what 5 is.
No, this is an amplifier. This is the DSP over here.
All right.
Right here.
All right, hold on. I just want to see what. It's 8. Hold on. USB 4 for PC program. All right, so that's what the USB is definitely for.
Yeah, that's for your PC.
Ooh, look at that.
Also, they have an app.
Oh.
They have an app, so you can actually download the application.
Well, of course they have an app. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll play with this more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to get this in. This will probably go into your car first. So we'll put the foam in there.
Yes, I think it's parametric.
Still waiting for the Helix amplifiers. Somebody sent a Helix V8 amplifier. We did talk to Helix, which is Mobile Solutions Calgary or MSC. Jason Digos is the guy in charge over there. Longtime friend, known him for a while. He's worked at several different places: Rockford, Diamond. He's worked for Audison Hertz. So now he's running that, and along with a bunch of other guys. I talked to him last week before we left, and so there's a chance they at least know we're interested in playing with their products. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, let's see.
I like the Vegas Stroker series. Yeah, why not? Those are good.
Arturo has a lot of
options. Cerwin Vega for car audio. So Cerwin Vega is in league with Diamond Audio. It's all one company. Is it good stuff? It's not bad stuff. I mean, they make neat stuff. There was a moment there where Eddie, our former Pioneer rep,
it was the rep.
It was the national Eastern National Sales Manager, something like that. So we played with the stuff for a little bit, got to see what it is. You know.
That was the first time that we saw some of the.
The trunk mount subwoofer.
The trunk mount subwoofer.
That JBL has.
Yeah, the JBL has.
It's strikingly, extremely similar to the one that Cerwin Vega has.
It's weird, man. You know, this is car audio.
So Jason is telling us that the person asked.
Yeah, that's what we asked.
Is that the Cerwin
Vega?
Yeah. So I mean, they make a bunch of stuff. I'm not uber familiar with it. You know, I haven't played with it in a long time. So that's what we got. You know, we saw it when we were at Knowledge Fest. Will I get a better SQ with components over my Hertz High Energy and my 2016 drive? So it depends what you're looking for, Scott. When you say more sound quality, SQ, you'll get bigger separation because you'll take that. So here's something. Okay, I'm gonna suggest something that isn't. It's gonna void the crap out of your warranty, but it was something I was gonna do in my Dodge Ram when I had it. I was gonna pull the tweeter array out of the 6x9s on the high energy 6x9s and move them up into the dash.
Okay.
So I was just going to keep the mid bass in the door, put the
tweeter in
the mid up in the dash, so I could have that separation. Void the crap out of the warranty.
I mean, you don't have warranty at that point.
But,
that's it. It's done.
Know,
but
I was going to do that.
What's up, Wayne?
Moving the meter, it just gives you separation, a bigger sound field. Well, and then if you amplify them separately with different crossword points, so you can tighten up the time alignment. There's a lot of things you can do. Yeah. What's up from Alberta, Canada?
What's up?
CT Sound Mezzo 3-way component. It's good. Is it good? Never heard them. I can just tell you that the big CT guy is going to be Doug from Soundman. He loves his CT sound stuff. So, I mean, if he can make that stuff sound good and he likes it, I'm sure it's pretty decent stuff.
All right. How many gigabytes should the USB?
It's the original stroker.
In order to update. We have what? 8 gigabytes?
Yeah.
The USBs that we have?
Yeah, but they're old. But yeah, 8's fine, and yeah, it's gonna be. They're picky. If one doesn't work, get a different brand.
We use what's the company? Sandisk?
They don't. They're Vagabonds or the crap that we use for those. They are. What are
okay, so A is good.
25. Does a sub with
good.
a high X Max sound louder than a sub with a lesser X Max? I don't know. Honestly, don't know the answer to that question. I'm not the sub nerd that a lot of these. I'm not a sub nerd. Okay, I don't get really crazy. I just need bass. I don't need to get really.
All right, let's see. What's up from Carolina? What do you think about the Kenwood 6x9s?
Verbatim. Yeah,
Okay.
Vagabond, whatever. Verbatim. These are some old crappy ones that we use.
6x9 3-way components.
Are you talking about the thing I just read from CD Sound?
Probably.
Yeah. Wow. Gotta listen.
Hey, man.
I'll be there Monday. We can discuss my options on my room. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. This component, 5 1/4. Okay. CT Sounds founder passed. Yes, the sound. Yes, the founder of CT Sounds did pass away, like earlier this month, I think. Yeah, August. Okay, so end of last month. Yeah, that was pretty shocking.
Yeah, we're talking with Steve, and he said that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. No problem.
What's up, Ontario, Canada?
Derek, what is Derek saying
thank
that
you
he
for watching.
needs help with?
Cool.
See if you can. It says Derek Easter.
Derek Easter.
Try to scroll through there and see if you can find it. There you go. I have a pair of Scarlett DSR 10 to mix amp opinions. Need a head unit ideas. Okay, so when it comes to head units, really, okay, so more of a shopping guide. So let's do a shopping guide of head unit features. Right off the bat, do you need a touchscreen? You don't need a touchscreen.
That's awesome, man.
Okay, so if you need a touchscreen, move to the next question. If you don't need a touchscreen, then another category is how many preamps you need. You're going to want at least 6, so find a non-touchscreen that has at least 6 preamps, front, rear, sub. Boom, you're done. Because most non-touchscreens at that point are going to have every feature you want. Now, if you decide, yes, I want a touchscreen, now you move on to the next question, 6-channel preamp out. Yes, so you need that. So, all right, tick that one. Are you going to use Bluetooth? Okay, so touchscreen, 6-channel preamp out, preferably high voltage, since you're building a system, so you're going to want something with 4 or 5 volts of output. That's going to definitely put you into something with Bluetooth, all right? The next question you're going to ask yourself is CarPlay or Android Auto or nothing? Regular, just streaming Bluetooth. Okay, if you say CarPlay or Android Auto, move on to the next category. Now, at CarPlay Android Auto, chances are good you're going to get 4 or 5 volts of output. You're going to have Bluetooth. You're going to have the better EQs because that's just the things that come with those things. Now you ask yourself, wireless. Do I want wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, or am I fine with wired? If If you say wireless, boom, ding, 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 you have the most expensive radio you can get because those are going to be the best ones. So wireless, that's going to put you into like a 4500, 8500, 9606, 9906.
Yeah.
Best radios money can buy. If you say I want wired, that's going to put you in the next category down. Then you have to ask yourself, do I need a CD or DVD player or none? Do I want a 6.4 or do I want a 7-inch? Most of the time, most manufacturers make 6.4 and 7-inch, same features, and then with or without CD, DVD players in them. So those are the questions you ask yourself. So just check those boxes, and then you can easily go to Kenwood, JVC, Pioneer, Alpine, and pick the radio you like.
Yeah.
Just buy a 9906 XR and be done with it. I totally agree with that. And I have the 996 XR in my car, this one out of frame, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
No touchscreen, Sony GS9.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's it. Boom.
Yes.
Drive the mic.
And honestly, the only reason why I don't have that radio is because I needed something that was RR capable, because I have the iData RR kit in this, and I need to be able to control my air conditioner. If I would have kept the pack kit, then I would have gone with the GS9, because I don't really need a touchscreen.
But I'm going to sacrifice myself so I can.
We're going to sacrifice yourself. We're going to put in this G35.
There you go.
Dang.
Bomb.
You gotta do
Okay,
that,
so
like within the next 2 weeks.
I know.
I'm over this.
I got this one.
Welcome back.
What will cause an amp to go in protection mode when the volume is turned up for extended time? Already verify the ground.
So, let's talk about the 3 things, sometimes 4, that cause a amplifier to shut down. First things first, improper voltage. Whether it's power or ground, it doesn't really matter. If it's not getting the voltage it needs in order to operate at whatever the manufacturer decided it needs, it will get hot and it will shut down.
Oh, the gain protection.
Hold on. There's numbers here.
Yeah.
Relax, man. Second, thermal, meaning it's playing for too long. There's not enough air circulating around it. The amplifier isn't dissipating heat fast enough, so it heats up and it shuts down until it cools off and it turns back on. Next is resistance. What ohm are you running it at? So, if you have a short internal, well, yeah, but we're not talking the amp is broken. We're talking a perfectly functioning amplifier, why it would shut off. Resistance. Okay, resistance, you're throwing up speaker wire and stuff like that. So, yes, if you're using too small of a speaker wire, or you're using too low of an ohm load, or you have a speaker that is blown or on its way out, increasing the resistance on the amplifier is going to heat up, it's going to shut off. Those are the 3 things that shut off an amplifier. Okay, that's why I said sometimes 4. It's because resistance and blown speaker can kind of throw things off. But that's what you have to check. So you have to figure which one of those it is. It might just be it's simply just overheating because you're playing it for 2 hours. And the amplifier, you're balls to the wall all day long kind of guy. And grab the GS9. And because of that, it is just heating up and shutting down. It's not made to run for 2 hours all the way up, all the time. That's that. What's up from Cincinnati? The question is, the GS9 must be awesome. If you're into high quality sound, meaning you're a snob, like I am sometimes, where you're like high res audio, you want the best of the best of the best, you want the best DAC money can buy, you're gonna go Tosh-Link output, you buy the GS9. The GS9 has a mini USB here on the front that is attached to, is that upside down?
No.
Okay, the mini USB right, yeah, this
right
one here on
here.
the, it's so
Right
hard,
here,
yeah,
right here,
that
right
one.
here.
On the front is attached to a Dragon DAC.
Yes.
Okay, which is just like the badass DAC there is, and I'll cuss. It's what it is. On the back, it has preamp output. It also has a Tosh-Link output, so if you want to go directly out of this into a DSP.
Right here.
A lot of people use this when they're competing because it just sounds amazing. If you have a bunch of high-res music and you want it to just sound phenomenal and play all the way throughout, that's what this is just a 12-volt, really awesome digital analog converter head unit that you'd put in your car that sounds phenomenal. So if you have access to high-res music and you're one of those guys that's paying for Tidal or you're paying for digital down, you're buying high-quality music off of HD tracks or something like that, this is the radio you want. Hey, from Switzerland.
What's up? Well,
he's late to the show with the CCA wire thing. We spent the whole first half of the show talking about CCA wire. Nice deck, how much?
Yeah.
It's one of those questions where 25 to life, when you have to ask how much. Okay, I'm gonna straight up tell you, it ain't cheap. It's one of the most expensive head units on the market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there again, if it's what you're looking for, it's the screwdriver you want to buy.
This is
$79.09 of today. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it.
It's a good radio.
Yeah, $79.09 of today. Yeah, I like that. That's a good comparison. I had a $79.09. I like that. Dean, do you know of a brand of DSP chip in those expensive Exelon radios? Hold on. Yes, that's it. $1,500. I was trying to be nice and not say that. I got a JDM Kenwood head unit, and it has an AKM chip, which sounds amazing. Oh, okay. Chipping those expensive. Do you know the brand? No, I don't know. No. So, yeah, they're not going to tell us anything. Hey, from Antarctica. Wow. Okay, you win. That's cold.
What's not? What?
I'm not shipping anything to Antarctica.
It's crazy.
What did it say? Is it worth it?
Which one?
It's worth it. Oh, it's totally worth it. Sony, the one and only. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something to make. Do you guys like having a shop in Florida? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't like snow. I've come from snow. As you can see from my pale skin, I come from snow.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't. And
I don't mind it.
I've been back in snow, and I don't like snow because it's no fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys live in snow. I don't know how you drive in this stuff. I don't know how life exists outside of like no snow.
Let's go put a store in Antarctica.
when we were in Indy, it snowed that day. Granted, it was like rain because it melted as soon as it got to the ground, but it was cold enough to snow. No, thank God they have tubes. And in Antarctica,
yeah,
just kidding. I'm not from Antarctica. I'm not. Yeah, no. But anyways, so that's that. What are your thoughts on running high power signal through a factory speaker wire from an external amplifier? That's perfectly fine. Okay, you gotta remember, you're not running full range through these wires. Factory's usually 16, usually about 16 gauge. Sometimes 18 gauge, but 16 gauge. As long as you're between that, let's say under that 110 watts of power, you're actively crossed it over. You're not running tons of volts through that. Okay, you can put a voltmeter on it and see what you're running through it. It's not a ton of power. It's going to be perfectly fine. Okay, now if you're neurotic like myself, then you'll be like, oh no, I got to run 12 gauge, I got to run all that stuff.
Yeah,
run it to the kicks and then let the factory wire go through.
I moved to Cali.
Dean is from Michigan. Yes, I am.
Did you move to Cali?
Would I move to Cali? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take earthquakes. Yeah, I like Cali.
I move anywhere. I moved to Michigan.
I wouldn't move to Michigan. No.
Whatever.
What's wrong with snow? Snow is cold. That's why we live in Florida. It's cold. It's white.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's gray. It's just
sometimes it's really
depressing.
hot, so.
Don't get me wrong. Some days I long for the depressing days of winter where there's no sun. It's just gray out. Everything's just looking out the window. Have a nice roaring fireplace.
Ooh.
You know, it's that hallmark moment.
Coffee. Chilling.
Hot cocoa. Not coffee.
Yeah, man.
But it's just not for me. I can get that here. I just turned the TV on. We used to sell, high-end back in the day. Oh, it's totally sold Clarion back in the day. Back in the day, so Clarion used to have that cassette player, remember, that folded down, had all those little buttons on the front, came with that giant remote control, it was about this big. You remember that one, Fro? I don't remember what it was called. It was before all the pig race and all that ridiculousness.
Vegas.
That thing was awesome. 8 Dolby B and C noise reduction. It's a good time. 3 Alpine amps total, 1,500 watts. 0 gauge. Wire, 115 amp fuse. Thoughts?
I know.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like it. Is there any way to get the gain on an Alpine S8 compact subwoofer using the SMD to do this? No. You just gotta do it by ear. Because it's all compact. Okay, yeah, if you pull the subwoofer out, you could do it, but I don't think you need to. I don't think it ever matters. It's probably got anti-clipping circuitry built into it. Basically, you just have to worry about it distorting. After the snow, you guys going to a burger joint?
Yeah, not here. 88. Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, the weather was beautiful, and I'm in Michigan, and my heart goes out to you. The weather was beautiful in Dallas. So
Dallas?
Not Dallas, Oklahoma, Stillwater. Oh, so Monday got there, weather was great. Tuesday morning, if you watch the Monday show, Fernando was like, "I run, you run, let's run together." So Tuesday morning, got up, met him at 7:15 in front of Kicker because they have a giant lake that runs around Kicker. So I ran there, 2.1 miles there. We ran on the lake. Which I left my phone off, so because we talked the whole way. So we're running and talking. So we're running, and he would step up in front of me. And so then I'd be, oh, he wants to go faster. So then I would speed up, and then we'd be going, and then I would speed up. So we got done, and he was like, dude, you run fast, man. And I was like, I thought you wanted to go faster. You kept going in front of me, so I kept speeding up to catch up. I thought we were going too slow. He's like, no. So then we talked there for like 45 minutes, and then I looked at my watch, and I had to meet Lori back. I had to meet Lori in the waiting room at 9 o'clock.
Okay,
at the lobby.
Yeah.
Well, it was 8:42, and I had 2 miles to go. So I was like, dude, I gotta go. So I booked it back to 2 miles, and then of course she's gonna get there early. So she's, hey, whenever you're ready. So I come walking in there like right at 9 o'clock. I'm like, I made it. She's like, dude, you're just getting done? I was like, it happens. And then Wednesday morning, I got up. I had to leave at 8:15 because she was coming to Florida. She was flying to Florida, so she dropped me off with Joe. So the bus was leaving at 8:15 to go to the headquarters. So I had to get up at like 6:30 to go running. So I just did 5 miles. I ran 2.5 miles and then turned around and came back. And that was fun, dude. The weather was so great. The humidity was almost nothing, so it was phenomenal. I was like, yes, this is awesome. Because then I ran last night when I got done here, and it was like just back to that. Although I will say there was a cool breeze last night. Did you notice that? Did you go out at all last night?
Nope.
Right around 7:30, 8 o'clock, man. There was this. We got a breeze. It was pretty nice. Hello, Masters. I bought an LC7i, but remote output is not working. What do I need? Check inside that the GTO circuit is on. Inside of a LC7i.
Like literally, you gotta open it.
Yeah. So, grab that. Okay.
Like you gotta open it, man.
Yeah. We just so conveniently happen to have an LC7i right here.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is this diagram here inside the instruction manuals. You want to come over here to where the GTO circuit is.
Try to tilt it a little bit. There you go. No, the other side. There you go.
Right there where this says GTO inside. So you're going to reference it to the plugs and the RCAs here on top. This is the GTO. You want to make sure that the jumper that's inside is on the top and not on the bottom. The other thing you need to do before you do that, if you don't want to pull it off because it's scary, is take your digital multimeter and set it to DC. Take one lead and go to the frame of the car or the ground of the amplifier, doesn't matter. Take the other lead and go to the speaker, positive or negative, there again, doesn't matter. Turn the sound on and make sure you have 6 volts. Okay, that's called the DC offset. Yeah. Make sure that's there. If it doesn't have that, that could also be why you don't have it, in which case you're going to have to run an accessory in to turn the thing on. So, hope that helps.
There you go.
I went to the Kicker HQ when I was stationed at Tinker's Air Force Base in Oakland. It's a beautiful facility. So when you're flying in to Stillwater Airport, you fly right past it so you can see the whole headquarters. I got a beautiful picture. I should post that on Instagram. I'm going to post it on Instagram. Of the whole headquarters, and then you circle around, and you land at the airport. And it's like 5 minutes from the airport to the place. Except for at 5 o'clock in the morning, there's an Uber to be found.
Nothing. Okay. All right, let's answer this one. Paul said.
Yes, it has 25 left. Yes.
86.
86 in passing cross. What is it?
86% crossovers running mids and to its components to the separate channels, 100 RMS together, but I don't know how much power to send it to them separate. So the components is
so he's throwing away the passive crossovers. That's what 8060 means. He's throwing away the passive crossovers, running mid and tweak components to separate channels, 100 watts RMS together. So when you're going to go active, the most important thing is to make sure you have the proper crossover points. You have to figure that out first. See all 86 things.
Yeah, 86.
Took me a minute to figure that out. I haven't used that one in a long time. So you have to make sure you have your proper crossovers. And then what you want to do is then set your gains. Make sure you have your gain set, and then turn down. Okay, so it's going to be, you're gonna turn things down. So find out what the maximum level you can play something at, and then you should go down from there. That's really it. It probably came from the Army, or the armed services, Army, Air Force, Marines, one of those. I'm sure that's where 8060 something came from. I'm thinking Navy.
Okay.
But that's probably where the term 86 came from. Like 5x5, I think, is the Navy. But if I was to, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, one of those guys, I'm sure, came up with the term 8016 something.
There you go.
That's where a lot of that stuff comes from. So anyways, that's what you want to do. Any thoughts on precision power? It's not what it used to be. I can tell you that. Like most things in life, in car audio, it's a brand now. And it's a mid-fi brand. I mean, there's a ton of mid-fi brands that are just, they're nice, they're affordable, they make neat stuff, they make good stuff. Nothing wrong with it. So here's the thing. Here I think is the difference between companies. Now there are no brands in general. Just do you design your product? So if you're a brand, a manufacturer, as it were, or whatever you want to call yourself, do you design your own products? Meaning, do you have engineers on staff that sit behind a desk or sit at a station and design and build the products that you're going to sell? Or do you go over to wherever the manufacturing facility is, they show you a product, they tell you what they can make and put your name on it, and that's what you buy and you sell that. So I think that's where the separation is in products, is that there are companies that just build houses to engineer things, and they rely wholeheartedly on those guys to make their products, and they put their name on it and they sell it. And then there's companies that no, that's not what they're going to do. They want specific things, and they're going to build and design those specific things, and that's what they're going to sell, or they're going to have a third party that builds them. That's just the way of the world. That's totally understandable. But I feel that's where the break apart is that there are companies that control their destiny, and there are companies that just rely on someone else to do everything for them. And that's it.
X-Men, check Rockford. Rockford make a Bluetooth with an aux input.
Oh, there we go. Great Depression and Soup Kitchen era. Oh, really? 86 was slang for nicks from the 30s. Yes, nicks means to throw something away. Is the Bluetooth adapter for a stereo with an aux? What is he asking? Is there a Bluetooth adapter for a Bluetooth adapter for a stereo with an aux? Yes, Rockford makes it.
Yeah.
It's a little tiny piece, like $40. So what it's designed to do, I think we filmed a video on this, didn't we? Did we put it in Gabby's car?
Yeah. No.
No, original. I think we filmed the video though, because she had an aux jack from her factory radio. We filmed the video putting it in her car. Yeah, we did. Yeah, long time ago, like 2 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was when she still had the factory radio. So Rockford makes a go to our Rockford playlist, Axeman. We have it. It's a little cigarette thing. It's got a Rockford logo and an aux jack on it.
Yep.
And the Bluetooth is built into the cigarette, so you plug it into there, and it just plugs into your aux jack, and you stream to that, and it's magical.
X-Men.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's who I was talking to. 2016 model 65 factory head unit going to replace the Bose and upgrade amp DSP speakers. What LOC should I get optimal signal? So, first thing you have to find out is what is coming out of that factory radio. My company truck, yeah, definitely. So before you buy an LOC, before you buy any LOC, you need to do some testing. Okay, so you need to get in there and need to figure out what is coming out of the factory radio and what is coming out of the amplifier. So like when we talk about this in a lot of the shows, we say you have to find out, is there variable voltage, is it fixed level? Because if your factory Mazda radio has a variable voltage output feeding that Bose amplifier, you don't need a high level to low level adapter. It's variable voltage. You just need RCAs.
Yeah.
That's it. So you have to find out, are you going before the amplifier or after the amplifier? If you're going after the amplifier, well then yeah, pick up something that has, you know, like obviously audio control makes the LC7i great piece. But there again, you also have to figure out how many channels are coming out of it. So if it's an active front stage where you have tweeter, mid, rear, sub, maybe something else, how many of those are going to use? So you have to find out how many channels you have. So there's not one, like, here you go, solution for it. You have to do your research before you start, which means you have to get in there and you have to troubleshoot. That's just like in our videos. We do the same thing. We don't know.
Test it.
We can't possibly know every car,
Right.
so we have to get in there and we have to figure it out.
Yep.
So before you waste any money on high-level to low-level adapters, get in there, figure it out.
Derek, yeah, it's just a good radio, man. So, yeah.
Oh, 3 Series.
Yeah.
I like those.
All right.
Well, the Odyssey and Voce or Moscone
For the full calculation, wow, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them work good. Yeah, I like the Voce.
Awesome.
Because the Voce is an AB class
so
front
we
end.
have
If you
5 minutes.
if you want that AB class end, yeah, go ahead and finish with that.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, we're gonna finish with that on November 9 to the 11 of this year. They're gonna have an event in Vegas from Kingpin University, Jason and Monster, Ricardo Monster by Rahel. They're gonna have this event. It's totally in Spanish. So for all these people that actually speak Spanish, they want to be in car audio, or they are in car audio already. They're gonna talk about how to increase your business, design, fabrication, everything you can actually learn from these guys. So November 9 to the 11, Kingpin University in Las Vegas. This is the info, and this is the phone number right here. So check it out.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this early Saturday. We're going to dip. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember, be safe. Uber, Lyft, as long as you're not in Stillwater, Oklahoma, they're available for you to get. So make sure you do it. Don't drink and drive.
Later.
All that fun stuff. We'll see you guys on Monday. It'll be a lot of fun. Bye.